Hi everyone. So 2023 is gone. It's been quite a year, wasn't it? At least it was for me. So many ventures, so many new projects, so many new people I've met that at some point it was actually overwhelming. The intensity of 2023 was a bit too much for me. In a way, I was happy for 2024 to come up, for a fresh start, for a reset, and for a new beginning, at least psychologically. I know I've been advertising this interview for so many months, ever since we shot the video in July. I had the discussion with Meo Fusciuni, one of my favorite perfumers in Salsomaggiore Terme. He was so kind to accept my visit and accept sitting down and discussing with me about his fragrances, his way of creating the fragrances, his universe. And I'm very thankful for that. It was a wonderful experience, one of my 2023 highlights, definitely. So many things happened ever since we had the discussion, including the launch of Meo Fusciuni's most recent fragrance, Viole Nere, which happened at the end of September or beginning of October. And we actually, back when in July when I went to Meo Fusciuni, I had the opportunity to smell and test the Viole Nere, the new fragrance. I remember I was blown away by it, as I am today. I love it very much. It's a very nice fragrance, which I am yet to add to my collection. It will happen soon though. And we had such a nice time. He showed me the laboratory he's working in. He showed me raw materials. We tested raw materials. We talked about so many things that you are going to see in this video. The information we talked about and the discussion was relevant even today, after 5 months after filming it. So I'm actually happy that I'm publishing it now, because it was an opportunity for me to go back and revisit one of my favorite moments from 2023, my discussion with Meo Fusciuni. So guys, sorry it took so long for me to post this. Sorry for the audio quality. It's okay, but it could have been better. I should have taken with me some lav mics, but the luggage was full. I couldn't carry any more equipment with me, so I had to do with a shotgun, and I kind of captured a bit of the room reverberation, but that's the least of the worries. You have a subtitle, you can read the subtitles if you don't understand some of the things we're talking about, but I think the quality is okay. Please enjoy the interview, enjoy the discussion. I've inserted some very few photos I managed to take at Meo Fusciuni's humble space. Thank you again, Meo, for the discussion. I am really thankful, and for Federica also for allowing us to visit and for being available and traveling to Salsomaggiore Terme only to meet and discuss with us. I'm really thankful, guys. I can't wait to see you, hopefully in 2024 again, and enjoy the discussion. And I hope I will be more present on the channel in the coming weeks and months. Take care and enjoy the interview. Bye. Meo, thank you so much for having us here in your amazing temple, in your space of creation.
Thank you to you, Andre, and thank you for your visit. And yeah, it's right. For us, it's like a temple. Yes, it's our shelter, and where all our work born. And so for us, is a place of quiet.
It definitely feels like that. I would like to start this off to talk a little bit about where everything began. You originally were a botanist.
Yeah.
And you mostly worked in the medicinal world.
Yes.
If I'm right, if I understood correctly. And I was very curious, did someone inspire you to go towards this universe of chemistry and botanics?
I think my background is very important, always in my path of creation. And I think I have two different sides in my soul. One side, like a botanist, and very important, with technology of nature, and they have a strong link with this. And the other side, like a chemist, and this I think is very important for the future of our work, to know very well the chemist for the sustainability about our work, and also for the creation of the formula, because I use a lot raw material natural, but I would like to use also the new generation of chemists, and two different sides. I think the better way for me and for my future of creation is the balance. What I think is the perfect balance between two different sides of my soul: chemist and botanist, natural and synthesis.
That's very interesting. And what I'm curious, from the medicinal stage of your work, how did you make the transition towards perfumery and the world of fragrances? You know, exclusively work only for perfumery, right?
Yeah. I was born like a chemist, and after I studied for botanical medicine. But the life is very strange. 13 years ago, during one journey in Istanbul, my life changed, but also my vision of plants changed. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened in my life, but I know what I want for my present and for my future. Now I am a perfumer, independent perfumer. I love my work, but I love also the feeling with the life, between the life and my work. And this, I think, is my way, maybe forever.
That's so nice, yes. So things can happen that can change your entire perspective on life very suddenly, maybe based on a nice experience that you had.
Yeah, you can decide to take the train or don't take. I decided 13 years ago to take this new train for my life. It was very hard. It's not simple. It's not simple for me, for my family. But after 13 years of work, of research, of risk, now I know very well my olfactory sign, my philosophy, my path, and what I want from perfumery. What a perfume, I know very well what I want. And I think for this, it's very important, this place, because I have a lot of time to reflect about my life, my path, my decision, my recipe. I have a lot of time for this. And the quiet, the silence, and the reflection are very important for me.
I was curious, in your childhood, what were your favorite activities as a child? What did you like to do?
To play in the beach.
Yes.
Yes. Because I was born in Sicily, in the Mazzara Vallo, and has a very beautiful childhood without stress, without bad feeling around me, but only to play in the beach with sun. With my very nice and beautiful family. But also during my childhood, my life changed because my family moved in the north of Italy, and so my life changed completely. And in one perfume of our collection, Terza Notte di Viaggio, Shower Amore, I reflected about my childhood. And this perfume tells about this, my childhood in Sicily, with the old memory of my grandmother Vincenza, of my mother Francesca, of my father Bartolomeo. And so I think it's the most sweet perfume in our collection, but not only like an olfactory nose, but like an emotion inside the perfume. The fig notes, green, a little bit sweet, remind me immediately my grandmother at the time that I spent there with the shadow of the big tree of figs in her house. And so for me it's like a flashback in my childhood. It's very important every time when I wear this perfume, because it's like a comeback immediately in my roots, and therefore remind me immediately my childhood.
That's amazing. It's really, it has something very familiar and something very loving about this fragrance.
Yeah, there is the love inside.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes.
But I spent a lot of time far away of my roots because sometimes the life is hard, and I spent a lot of time in the north for study, for travel, and I come back in Sicily after a lot of time. And when I came back with a question in my heart, which is the most sacred things in my life, still there in my roots. And I understood this question. Now I have an answer about this. And the sacred things that I have still in my Sicily are the old memory, our old deep memory. This perfume is a narcotico, and for me this work means my deep memory in my life, like a old wardrobe of my grandmother after a long time.
This is so evocative.
So here the main protagonist, he's the patchouli, old style patchouli, with the notes very heartily, a little bit green, bitter, and this perfume is a contrast. It's a very big contrast between bitter notes like a Cambodian oud, like a patchouli, like a Thymus vulgaris. And sweet notes come from tonka bean, vanilla, benzoin, resin. I love this combination because it's like a life. Some parts are bitter, some parts are sweet.
That's very nice word.
And the combination is our life.
It's so interesting. Now you said this also reminds you very much of Sicily, and you have this connection to Sicily through this fragrance as well. Of course, Sicily is the place where you were born, but maybe is there any other place in the world where you feel as if you have a connection and you feel like home? Is there any other place for you like that?
So I spent a lot of time still in Emilia-Romagna and also in Liguria. But if you ask me one special place, maybe that I met during my travel, definitely Asia. Yeah, I don't know why, but in Asia, I feel the place like my home. But no, I think not in this life. But in one life before, I think. Places like Cambodia, like Laos, like Japan. I think I feel the strong link with this place because I think there is a link with one life before. I think.
It's I ask you because, for example, for us, for me and my wife Andrea, we have this the same connection as if in some other life we lived in Italy. It's we have such a big attraction for the people here, the country, and everything that whenever we visit, and for many years in the past, we always said this year let's go to somewhere else, to some other place, let's see some other places. And whatever we do at the end, we somehow manage to get to Italy back. And we always find a reason to come back to Italy. So for us, this is the connection. And with Italy, we have a feeling that maybe sometime in another life, we had a connection with this place.
Yeah, it's the same for me and Federica when we went in Asia. Every time we feel the strange positive sensation, very strong, and for us it's very important to travel there. I think it's very important for our soul, for our life, and for our path together.
I was curious also about the connection to Sicily and your home roots. I was curious if there is a particular smell or a particular note that you would associate with your mother, your grandmother, your parents. Is there something specific that reminds you of them?
I have a lot different scent that remind me my childhood, my some memories about my family. So a lot of my family is are fishermen, and so some scent of fish, of sea. I remember aromatic herbs around our old house, the fig note, guaiac note during you can smell during the hot summer. I have a lot scent that remind me my family. I think I don't have time in one life to explain every scent that remind me in my in the world of my family. And
but these were the first that came to your mind, so I think these are very important.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that olfactory memory that we have in Sciavolo d'Amuri or in Narcotico are the most stronger notes in my memory. But I don't know for the future. But at the moment,
these are the so moving on a bit towards inspiration for perfumery, do you only find inspiration, or do you find more inspiration in your own life and experiences, or do you sometimes hear someone else's story and maybe find an inspiration in the story of someone else, or maybe do you find inspiration in other arts or other creations of some other people? What would be the balance of your sources of inspiration?
It's a particularly balance because I love other art, like a music, like a painter, like a artistic nature. But for me, the creation of a perfume starts with the name. With the name, after the experience, but the experience have two different ways. Or real experience, like a journey with Federica maybe in India or Laos, or another way, the journey inside myself. And the second way for me is always the hardest way, because you can understand and you try to understand it yourself. And the heart around me influences a lot the creation, like a music, like a book. For example, in Sogni Sakamoto, for example, a lot of artists that I love, like Battiato, like Miss Fromm, like Ole Forhannes, Nick Cave in Little Song.
Yes.
So, because I spent a lot of time here alone, me and the creation. and I have a lot of time to reflect about, and the music,
which can be heard in the background.
It's fun. So definitely influences my way. I think it's natural.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I am not the artificial intelligence.
Oh no, thank goodness. You brought the subject. It's good that the world of perfumery will definitely not be endangered by AI. I think. It's very difficult.
Yeah. I think yes.
I think it's safe.
Yeah, I think the perfume is fortunately it's it's a hold heart. Also for the future with the technology about the new generation of raw material, but it's a human.
Even if AI can maybe find compositions, but it cannot put the heart and the soul in the perfume and the story and everything. Because I think those ingredients, like in cooking, when you do it with love, you can feel it when you taste.
Yeah, if you don't put your soul inside the formula, I think the people immediately understand.
They
if
feel
it's
it.
Fake. There is no your soul inside, and the people understand immediately. I think for us, because the people that love our work feel immediately the strong emotion inside our creation. I think our collection is true. I love this pageant of our work.
And I was very curious, in the artistic world and in the creative universe, usually there's this quote, I know it in Romanian, I will try to translate. They say that only the feeling of incompleteness has the power to create. And I was curious, maybe I found that in many art forms, the feelings of happiness, and when you're complete in your life and you feel very accomplished, and it's difficult for many artists to create when they feel happy. But most of the time, artists feel more creative when they are haunted by a question. Maybe they feel incomplete, or they are in the search of something, or maybe sad, or maybe very deep in their thoughts. How do you feel? Do you feel more creative when you are in stages where you feel very happy, energetic, accomplished, or do you find that maybe a feeling of introspection is more creative for your work?
I think this is a very beautiful question, Andre, because if you know our collection, you can understand immediately my answer, because I think the life is a very delicate equilibrium between melancholic, sad moment, but with joy and bliss and quiet moment. And for me, it's the same. For example, in Shukran, the perfume that tell about my love for Moroccan people, so it's a perfume of joy. Joy, forever joy. It's like for me, this perfume is like a therapy for sadness, for a nostalgic moment. You can smell the joy of the life, the joy that you have doing encounter the new people around you. Shukran bezef, thank you, arigato, namaste, everything, no? Everything is you are, because there is other people around you. And for me, this is like a mantra in my life. And so, the life is not only shukran, the life is also loneliness. Some moments of sadness, like Little Song. And you know Little Song, and tell about my solitude, but not my solitude in the life, because I have a very beautiful friends around me, my love, my family. This is a solitude of creator, because I need I need to stay alone for a long time during the creation path. And this work with the coffee, with the tobacco, with rose, we can understand the loneliness of the creator during the path. But I need also of this. I need to shukran, but I need also the song. And for me, there is no only way. There is the balance, and this balance you can find about with the long research inside you. I think
a research which you never know what you learn new about yourself during this research. It's always interesting to discover doing this.
It's not a specific research. I think for me it's a research of question.
Yes,
no?
And these questions
Why?
you never
Why happened this?
Yes.
Why happened this? Why I meet you? And but with bliss, I have a question with me, with myself, but with bliss, without stress.
Yes, without being critical of yourself.
I am autocritical.
Yes. I see.
I'm never happy about me.
Oh.
This is the facet very important for me. Every time I'm not happy about me, and this is for me. This is important for the for my path. I need to search the better things every time.
It's very interesting because what you're saying now is very. So I will go to that question of mine, which I have, because it's very. It has to do with it. How do you know to stop in your process of creating a fragrance and the research? How do you know? Because usually I ask you this because I also, when I create videos or something, and when I create my forms of expression, it's the most difficult thing for me is to know that the work is done.
And you, when you understand that your work is
when
finished.
it's very interesting because my approach is like. I never feel that it's finished. I never feel it's accomplished, and I feel like I never.
But you need to finish.
I need to finish. I never feel like it's done, and I have a moment when I say, "This is not gonna be okay. This is not gonna be express what I'm trying to say." That's when I take a break, and when I come back to it, I come back. I look at it again. Maybe Andrea's perspective helps. Since she's in my life, and I take a break, I come back to it, then I usually connect and I say yes. I think I was in it too much and I had to take a break from it and see if it's.
For me it's a little bit different because I'm waited to cry. And when I cry, I understand, okay, my work is finished.
Yeah.
And I think it's always a compromise with your idea. Started the idea when you have your idea and you finish your path. At the end, there is always a compromise with yourself. But if there is the strong emotion inside me, like a tears in my skin, I felt okay. It's time to stop, to end this work, because I don't have another energy inside me for for make another sample, another. Okay, this is the end.
I'm very curious in your process of a bit more realistic question now. Process of creation. Is there a note that you found most difficult to work with? Maybe an essence that you found most challenging to put in fragrances, and if so, which?
Yes. So my comfort zone is definitely the woody notes, the resin notes. My mask, leather, aquamose notes. There is my comfort zone. I think for me it's my personal challenge. It's always with fruit notes, gourmand notes, and flower notes. I think, but it's no. It's nice for me. It's a good challenge with myself. I love put the new mission ahead. But I think yes, fruity notes, floral notes, and gourmand notes.
And is there a note maybe that you find very interesting or attractive, and you like a note very much, but you never used it, you never worked with it? Is there anything like that that you think about but never used?
I smelled one raw material very beautiful at the last Simpower in Paris in June. Your description is perfect, and the raw material is the absolute of cacao. I would like to use in the future, absolutely. For me, for my background, for my path, I think it will be very difficult, but it will be a great challenge for myself.
Nice.
But I can't wait to find the right way and to find a story for this challenge. I don't know at the moment, but I think in the future I would like to use this.
Very interesting. It's
imagine the cacao in my collection.
It's difficult.
Yes,
at the
also
moment,
for me it's difficult to take.
Yes, but I would be so curious.
Nice.
Yes, it's nice.
It's nice.
There definitely is a story there for it.
Yes.
Definitely.
So you can use cacao absolute with a in a strong recipe. So
exactly.
Cacao is only one,
which can be influenced by the others. Yes, of course. If your fragrances were images, I was curious which of them do you think would be in black and white, and which would be in colors?
I think black and white it will be Notturno, absolutely. Little Song. Narcotico, thank you for the suggestion. But also Prima notte di viaggio di Passage. But in color, absolutely Shukran, Shower d'amore, Luce, Odor 93. Also in black and white, also Little Song, Little Song. And color Sogni, absolutely, and Ancora.
Yes, definitely, yes.
I have some color in our collection.
You have color. Yes, interesting. I was very curious on your vision. I've seen in other interviews with you, and from what I've read about you and everything, that you document your research and journey for each fragrance in notebooks. And I was curious to ask, besides maybe your notebooks, what do they hold during your process? Do you have chemistry in them? Do you write images that come to your mind, what do they contain?
So I think during our journey we don't have a laboratory with us, and I have only my book and only my olfactory memory. And it's important me to write every time with my feeling with the ambient around me, and the notes inside the book are also poem, but also chemistry notes. No, maybe, this is very near to cashmeran, maybe, or this is near like a guaiac wood notes, and you put this note in your book, but also poem. Tells the ambient around you, and also it's a very it's very important for me the color around me. This odor is green, this odor is orange, and I understand because I have an idea of orange or green notes in my lab, and also the color, and also the music. That can hear maybe in India. I remember the music, or in Lobio, the sound during the night at Angkor Wat Temple. Every note are very important for my next step. After the story, after the journey, the step in a laboratory for the research the recipe, the better recipe, the perfect
recipe. So now about your collection, one question. Your collection is split in a couple of chapters. You have a trilogia di viaggio
and cicli.
And yes, and I was curious. All of them are trilogy, cycle, and now the latest was you finished the trilogy of Senza Tempo.
Yes, Timeless Trilogy.
Is it safe to say that maybe a cycle is next?
Yes, because I am psychopathic, and this is a spoiler, Andre. For the next, for the future, we don't use again trilogy and cycle, and we have stopped our psychopathic system with the Timeless Trilogy.
I understand.
And Federica is very happy for this.
Okay.
Every time she asks me, why trilogy or cycle? Why? I don't understand this.
Okay.
So we stop it. Okay.
Yes, I was curious also why it's 3-2, 3-2. Yes.
Yeah. We stopped with the Timeless Trilogy. I think it's important to understand when your path change. I think it's important to understand.
Okay, so it's something different from now.
Yes.
Okay.
I love the metamorphosis in the common life. I love this.
Yes, it's really important, especially in the process of creating metamorphosis. And yes, so the final questions I have, maybe somewhat different from the others. Do you wear your own fragrances? And if so, if you do, what would be the one you use most often?
So I don't wear a lot of perfume because during the day in lab for me it's better
not to.
Don't wear the perfume. I love when I can wear the perfume from our collection, but some perfume of our collection for me are very strong. I never wear Varanasi. I started
strong emotionally.
Yes. And for me, for example, at the moment it's impossible to wear perfume like Varanasi, like a little song, how very strong for me.
A little
It's
song
like,
for me as well.
yeah.
I wear it very often.
Yeah, I love to smell in other people, but for me it's still too much.
I understand. The connection is very strong.
The connection with my past, and also I use some perfume of our brand, all old perfume of the past. I have I don't know if it's right in English, fetish. Fetish raw material. I love everything have a vetiver inside.
Okay.
So vetiver is my fetish raw material.
Okay.
I love it.
Lovely. And I was curious.
If you make a perfume with vetiver, I will buy.
If I make it, I'm not sure. If I make it, I'm not very sure. It's very interesting because I sometimes thought about maybe trying this, but I would never know where to begin. And why I thought about it is because my parents are both biochemists. Okay. My mother is a chemist, my father also. And for example, my mother was so. I always show her when I get fragrances, and she wears L'Obliot. She loves it very much. And when I told her about that we are coming here to visit you, she was so happy for me that I will see a place where fragrances are created. I always ask her, Mom, if you're a chemist, don't you know how fragrance is created? But she's in a different type of chemistry, food chemistry, and it's a bit more different than fragrances. Yes. Yeah. But I have in my family there's chemistry in the background. Nice. So yeah. And I was very curious about the fragrances that when you get to wear them. Are there any? Maybe it's difficult to name only 3, for example, but generically, do you have a top 3 favorite fragrances from other perfumers that you enjoy?
For example, it's very difficult 3 because the 3 is
I know. So, but maybe the first that come in mind, nobody will be sad.
For example, I love vetiver from Guerlain. I love the vetiver from Guerlain. I love vetiver extraordinaire.
Frédéric Malle.
Yeah, from Dominique Ropion. I love a lot French lover, the Perbourdon. I love the aesthetic of this perfume, but I love also a lot of work of Lucien Ferrero. I have a lot.
A lot.
But
it would be a lot, guys.
Yeah, a lot work also. So definitely.
But vetiver is often
a lot of work of Jean Codrina. Absolutely. I love a lot of perfume. The latest. Very beautiful perfume that I smelled in the recent time, and also a perfume of Isabelle Doyen for Voyage Imaginaire, and the latest perfume of Laboratorio Olfattivo, Tilia Mirabilis. I think it's a very incredible composition of Luca Maffei about around the world of Tilia. Till. Till in English.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. And I think Tilia Mirabilis, I think it's a very incredible replace of nature. It's incredible. When you smell this perfume, you can smell real. Okay, I come back immediately in my past during the summer moment. It's a very incredible perfume.
Yes.
Please smell it.
I will. I will try it.
Incredible perfume.
I didn't, but I will try it. And just to close our discussion, what is your favorite Italian dish or cooking or food? Yes.
Wow, this is amazing and a very crazy question. So because I have a lot of friends in 3 different regions of Italy, Emilia-Romagna, Sicily, and Liguria. It's very dangerous if you don't have one dish for every region. Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
Liguria, pasta col pesto.
Okay.
Okay. Emilia-Romagna, tortelle d'erbetta
Okay.
from Parma, and Sicily, arancina. Arancina. Okay.
Yes.
I'm safe because
You're safe because you didn't leave anyone out.
yes, absolutely.
No one is gonna be mad with you.
Absolutely.
Yes. No, thank you so much for the time, and
No,
thank you so much for this beautiful discussion. I'm really so happy I got to meet you and Federica here in your private space, and I hope to meet with you again because it's a pleasure. And thank you for your time. I know you came from another meeting today by car and you traveled, so I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to you.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you, Andre.